In the digital age, personal data is a precious commodity. But what happens when that trust is shattered? Join us as we delve into the harrowing tale of the US's worst consumer data breach. From financial institutions to social media platforms, no sector is immune to the threat of data breaches. However, one incident stands out as the epitome of digital disaster, sending shockwaves across the nation and beyond. Looking back on September 7, 2017, Equifax dropped a bombshell. They had been hit by a massive data breach. Initial estimates suggested that the personal information of over 140 million Americans had been compromised. The news spread fear across the country, leaving people worried about the safety of their data. Equifax, along with other credit agencies like Experian and TransUnion, holds a treasure trove of our sensitive information, making them prime targets for cybercriminals. The fallout was swift and intense. Equifax faced investigations from law enforcement and regulatory agencies, while consumers grappled with feelings of betrayal and uncertainty. The breach sparked widespread outrage and raised serious questions about data security in the digital age. Today, the Equifax breach serves as a stark reminder of the constant threat of cyber attacks. It's a wake-up call for everyone to take data privacy seriously and hold companies accountable for protecting our information. While Equifax has made changes to improve security measures, the incident has prompted a broader conversation about the need for transparency and accountability in data handling practices. As we look back on the Equifax breach, it's crucial to stay vigilant and proactive about safeguarding our personal information. By staying informed and practicing good cybersecurity habits, we can help prevent similar breaches in the future and protect ourselves from potential threats. Here are 5 crucial things you need to know about this unprecedented breach. Number 1. Equifax experienced an initial breach followed by a major intrusion. Equifax experienced a dual-stage breach spanning a total of 76 days that was eventually discovered to have been orchestrated by 2 separate groups of hackers. The sequence began when Chinese security researcher Nai Zhang identified a vulnerability in the Apache Struts backend software known as CVE 2017-5638 and shared it publicly on March 6, 2017. This critical vulnerability quickly circulated among hacker communities, prompting Equifax's inclusion due to their outdated Struts software. The breach was initiated on May 12 when hackers exploited Equifax's unpatched systems. Despite the intrusion occurring on this date, Equifax only became aware of the breach on July 29, 2017. The initial group of hackers struggled to navigate Equifax's security infrastructure, installing web shells in an attempt to gain access to sensitive data. However, their efforts were hindered by firewalls and other security measures. Subsequently, a second group of hackers entered Equifax's systems, utilizing around 30 web shells under various addresses. This group sought consumer data through methods such as corporate account takeover, CATO, exploiting the credentials of legitimate Equifax users. The forensic analysis uncovered this complex infiltration, shedding light on the intricacies of the breach and the methods employed by the hackers. Number 2. Data stolen from Equifax holds exceptional value for cybercriminals. Equifax's role in the financial ecosystem is pivotal, as it acts as a central repository for vast amounts of consumer financial data. This data, which is collected from banks and other financial institutions, forms the backbone of credit assessment processes used by lenders worldwide. From individuals seeking mortgages to those applying for credit cards, Equifax's assessments play a crucial role in determining creditworthiness. The breach that occurred exposed a wealth of sensitive personal information belonging to millions of individuals. This included not only basic identifying details like names, addresses, and social security numbers, but also more confidential data such as driver's license numbers and credit card information. For some individuals, their entire financial profiles were laid bare, providing cybercriminals with a comprehensive toolkit for fraudulent activities. Among the impacted individuals were not just Americans, but also citizens from the UK and Canada, illustrating the global reach and implications of the breach. The sheer scale of the data exposed and the breadth of personal information compromised underscored the severity of the breach and the potential ramifications for affected individuals. With access to such detailed personal and financial information, cybercriminals could engage in a myriad of fraudulent activities. From identity theft and credit card fraud to impersonation and account takeover, the possibilities for exploitation were extensive. Equifax's initial analysis of the breach highlighted the alarming breadth and depth of the compromised data, raising concerns about the security of individuals' personal information and the potential for widespread financial harm. Number 3. Equifax discovered the breach due to inadequate encryption management. Equifax's handling of the breach has come under scrutiny, particularly regarding their security practices given the sensitive nature of the data they manage. One major oversight was their failure to renew a public key certificate, a crucial component of their security infrastructure. This certificate, issued by a trusted authority, is essential for encrypting and decrypting data transmitted between parties. It's a routine task for organizations operating web services to renew these certificates annually to maintain secure communications. However, Equifax neglected to do so for at least 10 months before discovering the breach. By failing to renew the certificate on time, Equifax inadvertently left its data vulnerable to unauthorized access. Renewing the certificate would have provided them with visibility into any suspicious activity involving their data, allowing them to detect and address security breaches sooner. Number 4, Equifax demonstrated weak security practices, illustrated by various instances. Equifax's security practices were found lacking in multiple areas, which likely contributed to the severity of the breach. Apart from the oversight of letting a crucial PKI certificate expire, investigations revealed several other security shortcomings within Equifax's systems. One major issue was the failure to properly segment and protect sensitive data, making it more susceptible to unauthorized access and potential loss. Additionally, Equifax's practice of granting broad permissions to users instead of limiting access based on their role or need contributed to the vulnerability of their systems. This violates the principle of least privilege, which advocates for restricting access to only what is necessary for users to perform their duties. Furthermore, before the breach, Equifax hired a reputable firm to assess their security posture, but their relationship soured as the external parties raised concerns about widespread security challenges within the organization. There were also identified weaknesses in intrusion detection systems, further exposing Equifax to potential breaches. Overall, Equifax's approach to privacy and data security was inadequate, with instances of sensitive consumer information being openly displayed and discussed. Following the breach, Equifax invested significant resources, totaling $1.4 billion, to strengthen their defenses and safeguard their data more effectively. Number 5, Equifax suffered a state-sponsored attack from China on the US. Equifax fell victim to a sophisticated cyber attack believed to be orchestrated by China, as indicated by evidence from data breach investigations. Although the Chinese Communist Party denied involvement, forensic analysis and circumstantial evidence point to their role. Unlike typical cybercrime incidents aimed at financial gain, the stolen data did not surface on the dark web for sale, suggesting the motives were beyond monetary profit. The attack tactics resembled previous ones attributed to the Chinese government, such as breaches on the U.S. Office for Personnel Management and Anthem Inc. The attack's motives remains speculative, but experts suggest that the vast amount of data collected could be used for strategic purposes, targeting high-net-worth individuals or influencing financially vulnerable persons in positions of authority. Equifax settled with the U.S. Federal Trade Commission and other authorities, agreeing to pay penalties and compensate victims, amounting to approximately $575 million. However, the damage to Equifax's reputation was significant, eroding trust and tarnishing its image. Critics lambasted Equifax's handling of the incident, accusing them of inadequate response and even insider trading allegations. It will likely take years for Equifax to rebuild its reputation and regain public trust, as the breach remains synonymous with the company's name. In conclusion, the Equifax data breach stands as a stark reminder of the vulnerability of consumer data and the potential consequences of inadequate cybersecurity measures. From the initial breach to the aftermath and subsequent investigations, this incident highlighted the critical importance of safeguarding personal information in the digital age. As consumers, it's crucial to remain vigilant about our data security and demand accountability from the companies entrusted with our information. By staying informed and advocating for stronger data protection measures, we can work towards preventing similar breaches in the future. If you found this information valuable, please like, share, and subscribe to stay updated for more.